I'm Callan Hobman. Here's a look at what we're following on this Monday. This morning, KCSO investigating a body found off North Chester Avenue and Norris Road. Deputies were called around 2:45 a.m. for a man down just south of the railroad tracks. Investigators created a crime scene doing a preliminary search of the surrounding area. Right now, officials have only said it's an adult male suffering from undisclosed trauma. We will bring you updates as we learn more details throughout the day. More than a dozen people are dead after mass shootings in 4 U.S. cities over the weekend. These heartbreaking stories repeat all too often, but this time the calls for change include something different. 44 people are dead or injured after shootings over the weekend. 2 women, you can see right here, they were killed, among others, Saturday at a supermarket in New York. Near Los Angeles, the victims were at a church on Sunday, and in Milwaukee, 21 people were shot Friday night in one mass shooting and 2 other shootings near an NBA playoffs game. Along with grief comes calls for stricter gun laws, but others are also focusing on something else: social media. Investigators are now examining an online manifesto attributed to the supermarket shooting suspect. It was filled with racist tirades. In other news back here at home, the demolition of what used to be the SUMNER rail station in Old Town Kern begins today. The Southern Pacific train depot served as a railway station years ago, but after the Southern Pacific vacated the location, the city didn't renew its lease. The demolition will remove one of the buildings near the station and 3 towers. The work is expected to take at least 2 weeks. And now let's send things over to 23 ABC's Veronica Morley with a check of our weather forecast.
Good morning. We've got a warming trend that we're monitoring this week. Today you can see we've got that high of 87 sticking in those 80s into tomorrow and then hitting those 90s heading into Wednesday for most of this week. A small cool off on Friday to 89, but those 90s coming back heading into this weekend. We're also monitoring these wind speeds up in our eastern areas, our desert communities, with a wind advisory till about 2 a.m. tomorrow, seeing those wind speeds upwards of 40 miles an hour today and tomorrow. Now for our mountain communities, Lake Isabella seeing those 80s this week for mostly this week. That high of 88 on Wednesday and then hitting 91 on Sunday. Tehachapi and Frazier Park, you're seeing 70s this week, hitting a high of 79 on Wednesday, sticking with those mid 70s heading into this weekend, seeing that high of 81 as we head into next week.
That's a look at the stories we're following this morning. We'll bring you another update later today.